Hello. This thing working? Hey Katie, could you close the door? Thanks. So, hello people. By the way, oh, spoilers. I'm listening to this album from Dragon Warrior. Let me save this. Okay. That has nothing in it. That has many frames of nothing. Hey everyone. I started drawing these little guys. For fun. Hello. Yes, Ace Prite, I think it's. Hello people in our chat. You guys are I should alert everyone. They don't know they're on this stream. Let me find it. Hey, what's up, dude? So, let me turn the volume down slightly on this. How's the music voice balance, I guess? Is that okay? All right, let's see. So I oh no, what's wrong? Or you don't gotta say it if it's like, you know, if you're uncomfortable with it, Scotty boy, but hopefully you can relax, chill a little bit. Okay, good, thanks. Okay. So I guess I should explain, I made a thread on Blue Sky. I'm gonna post it. So I started making these guys. Hi, Geotrax. And I just got carried away. I just kept making guys, so I got this guy. He's maybe the meanest of the bunch. Most of them are pretty cheerful. And I had an idea for a game, kind of like Heroes of Might and Magic. So let me see here. Let me find a good screenshot. So in Heroes of Might and Magic, they had a battle system like this. Oh, that's a terrible screenshot. Let me find a better one. I mean, you know. This one's better. Okay, so the quality, I mean, terrible quality. Okay, so here's what Heroes of Might and Magic is like. And it's a turn-based battle system where your guys are along the left side of the screen and the other guys are on the right side of the screen. And I was like just messing around, like after putting the kids to bed, and I started pretending like, I don't know, I was like making a silly Heroes of Might and Magic with like units that are silly. And I got this bucktooth, Katie, look at this guy. This guy could be famous. That's just, yeah, he's cute. Okay, so anyway, this guy right here. So I was thinking, what if there was a sillier version of that? And what if instead of turn-based, they just bounce around, and also maybe most of them don't even want to fight, so they just kind of hang out, watch TV. I don't know. Maybe if there's like a burger, they'll go after the burger. Maybe they will fight, but it's like their last priority. They have their things. And I was thinking, what if all these guys had their things that they were given to, kind of, that they would prioritize over fighting? Because really, who wants to fight? And so, if you enter a battle, now I have a concept for how this will happen. So you know how, I don't know if anyone knows football plays, like American football, but what you would do is you would have different formations that you would basically set of all your guys. And then you basically enter a battle, and then it's just chaos. You can't really do much. Maybe you can cast spells on the stage a little bit, but you just gotta wait for these guys to bounce around, do their thing, and hopefully they'll win. That sounds like a really boring idea, but I love the idea of just like extremely unreliable band of warriors who you just have to wait for them to like putz around and bounce around and then eventually they'll defeat the enemy. You could perhaps like destroy a distraction, like let's say, like what if this guy loves hot dogs or something, and if there's a hot dog on the field, he's going after it. So if you get rid of the hot dog somehow, then maybe he'll consider some combat. I was thinking that might be fun. Anyway, so I started making all these guys, and I was thinking this guy, he would kind of have a lot of HP because he's big, and he would like tip his glass and like pour some I guess acidic liquid on the enemy maybe, but he's mostly just relaxing it. Anyway, after I posted this thread, then I started thinking, you know what would be so cool is what if like in Heroes of Might and Magic, you get all these guys at like at like a fortress of whatever race they are. Then I was thinking, how do you make as much variety and chaos as possible on this battlefield where you're waiting for all these guys to just like do what you want them to? And I was thinking status effects. So like, but not normal ones. Like what if one of them just stands there or walks to as far away to the edge of the screen as possible and just kind of gets pensive, and you see a thought bubble of like home, and they're thinking about home, or they're thinking about their girlfriend, whatever. They're thinking about reading a book or playing a video game. They just get pensive and they're thinking about, and then maybe you have to actually go visit home area again, and then they'll stop. So maybe there are ways to mitigate the distractedness. So like if you have a race of dudes and they've been away from home too long, they're gonna start just kind of getting sad and thinking of home, and they're not gonna fight. So like maybe you have ways to mitigate this stuff. And I was thinking, what if it's a holiday in the game, and what if it's a bunch of like what if these guys, they celebrate this one holiday and they're just partying. They don't want to fight because they're partying, and so they just maybe they have a special hat on. It's their custom, and they're just singing a song, dancing. Isn't that? This is like this. I'm onto something, right? This is a really good idea. Anyway. So let's make some guys. Oh, I didn't know that Sid Meier's Pirates had that. But anyway, let me go over here. So because I started thinking, brainstorming all these status effects, this guy was my first guy there that I made, and I made him frames because these guys are so quick. You know, you just draw this. That it's so quick to make these guys. Anyway, so I made frames. Let me find his frames. Boom! I just made all these. Check this out. So I'm thinking after Dream Settler, this is gonna be the thing. Okay, so I'm thinking really expressive but very efficient, like. So 2 frame walk cycle, boom. And you gotta imagine a field full of these guys. So like it would be like, oh wait, oh this is the music I'm listening to, by the way. Anyway, so like this would be the screen resolution. So imagine like just tons of these guys, and like they're just all walking around like that. That's pretty cute. And then maybe this is the attack. I was thinking. And just a lazy idle because, then I was thinking for his hurt could just be this one frame, just hurt, and then it goes into sleeping. I'm gonna put Z particle. They just faint. I want my son to play this game. They ain't gonna die. They're just gonna faint like Pokemon. And then I was thinking, what if when he sees a burger or he sees like video games, maybe this guy loves video games, he gets like this, and he runs after it, kind of hypnotized, dazed. And then I was thinking, what if it's someone's birthday and then they're just celebrating? That's like him being silly. And this is when he's pensive, maybe up a thought bubble, thinking of home. This is walk. And you know what? This could just be the idol. So we'll use the second frame of the little sad walk. This could be afraid. I was thinking, what if there's an area? What if there's a town with just ghosts who try to jump scare you all the time? I think that could be fun. Okay, anyway. And here's sick. Can help. And when he's sick, he infrequently coughs. He just stops and coughs. Maybe he goes real slowly. And I'm thinking frenzied could be one. Yeah, it's self-explanatory. And here's a frenzied attack. So that means that they could do... I'm thinking normally they wouldn't do damage to their allies, but when frenzied, maybe they would. And I was thinking, what if on like a reverent holiday, like maybe they're all religious, have different religions and stuff. Maybe they just stop and they're in awe of their God and they're singing and stuff. Maybe they just won't fight. Maybe you gotta wait for the holiday to be over for these guys to fight. So they're just gonna sing to their God. They're not gonna fight. It's a holiday. Okay. And then I was thinking, what if they get hiccups? Just one frame? Hiccups? And I'm thinking, what if they decide they're too cool? Maybe there's some new philosopher comes to town and it's like a sickness. It's like a mechanically like getting sick, but or maybe they get into some subcultures. I don't know what, but we could. I'm thinking I want to make all the guys so you could put a hat on them. Anyway, I just got so many good ideas, and they won't fight because he's just too cool. So they just chill in a circle. They sit down, and they're cool. But having a battlefield of like many creatures all doing different dumb stuff, but not what you want them to, I think is a very promising concept, and I think would stream very well. Of course, the challenge is getting them to fight. The challenge. So the way you would progress in this game would not be to make your guys stronger or upgrade them. It would simply be to get as many of them to actually fight the battle as possible. That would be the maybe what many of your spells have to do with, or like. Anyway, this is the idea. So I think this is a really cool idea. So I'm like, shoot, you know what? Let's do it. So I'm like thinking, and I'm like, what if the theme of this, let's say this all is like a race. They're united in how like sort of diverse they look and stuff. But what if the idea is that they're skittish and that they're flaky and unreliable? That's like the idea. So and then I was thinking what if Stenchkin is a good name for like another race? And I was thinking, well, the garbage guy, you guys saw him maybe on the Blue Sky thread. Garbage guy. That guy can be in this sort of smelly, dirty, diseased like crew. We got a rat, of course. This slime guy. I felt like they fit, and then I drew this big guy off stream, like right before here. This, he would just like he'd be like a gentle giant, right? I think this unit might only attack if attacked. I think that would be a fun one. So like you'd really have to somehow lure guys to get to him. I'm thinking some units maybe are surefire, like they will attack, but they're easily distracted. So I'm thinking the garbage guy is aggressive. Look at that guy. He looks pretty aggressive. And I don't know if the mouse really would want to fight. This guy, I don't know. I realize he looks kind of like Slimer a little bit, but whatever. He's different enough. Hi, Slug Bucket. So anyway, yeah. So I don't know. I also drew this. Oh, I also was just thinking, what if there's a race and they're just appliances, kind of like Brave Little Toaster, like a fridge. I think that would be good. Okay, so, but I'll keep doing some of these guys. Let's see, because it's so quick to do these guys. Actually, let me replace this color. Alright, so, see here. Make sure I'm in the right layer. So, I've got many shapes. He's triangle. Let's do like a square guy. Let's do a diamond guy, huh? Okay. Alright. Is this color's not really taken. This saturated blue. But what really matters is the face, really, here. So, and you know what? So many of these guys have no arms. Oh, yeah, this guy, I'm thinking, like, his arm is a bow. Oh, that's me on ukulele. Anyway, okay, so, okay. Could be a pickaxe. I don't know. This guy seems like he'd be, like, kind of haughty. This is like the relative of that other guy up there, like the... He's really confident. This guy's really... So, I'm trying... What am I trying... Okay, so, no, that's not expressing what I needed to. Let's see here. That seems like an uncertain smile, so let me go back to the drawing board on this a little bit. I think one side needs to... Yeah, okay, this is approaching. One side needs to have that little poopy smirk there. I think you guys, like, he's supposed to be, like... Nah, he looks too... I need to make them eyebrows bigger. He's like really... He thinks he's hot stuff, this guy does. Alright, so... I'm actually gonna like taper it a little bit here. Maybe not that much though. Yeah, there we go. Normally I exclusively use the line tool, but for this I think it's appropriate to use the brush more. It's a little sloppier aesthetically. Alright, so... He looks uncertain. He doesn't look cocky, so I think that's because of the shape of his mouth. Alright, so... I'm just making it worse and worse. Okay. Boy, I was on a roll with all these guys. Okay, so, Something like that. I don't like the teeth. All right, let's move on to his features here. What attack should this guy have? See, most of them. I don't know how most of them will attack. This guy will peck. That guy has a horn. He can get spiky. This guy, maybe he'll like whip himself. I don't know what he'll do. He bites. He'll tip his drink. Maybe we'll give him a prop. So, you know, I like the idea of just giving him a little tiny dagger. You know, one thing is, I think I need to make him a little bit. I need to bring his features over a little because it's like I want him to look like he's facing left and right. So there we go. I think that works. And I'm gonna give him 2 swords. Why not? Yeah. Like little ones. I like the idea of just like a very extremely boring sword. Maybe I just give him a knife, like a butter knife. Alright, so I'll give him a fork and a knife. So this one's gonna have to like... I didn't want to do another layer, but I think I'm gonna... Nah, I'm not doing another. I'll just redraw them. So quick to redraw. So let's see here. Three-prong fork. Good enough. Drawing a low-res fork is tricky. It can be done, though. don't want to increase the colors though. That passes. That's a fork, right? There we go. I will let one of these guys have a traditional weapon. I mean, he kind of has a traditional weapon. But I mean, it's a fork and a knife, so that's not too traditional, but it's kind of weapon-esque. Alright, so now give him some of these legs. I like him standing kind of like this. Oh yeah, he looks cool. So there we go. I think he doesn't need another color. He's just that's just him. All right, so thank you, Unheard Grace. All right, let's see here. A golden watch. That's good. Let's see, what do we got here? Save this guy. This is my least favorite, I think. I think he needs something changed. I think it's his little knobbly elbow is part of it, certainly. Yeah, that looks a little better. Okay, so thinking just have a little I think these guys, like, one of their things is, like, other than they mostly have little spindly, like, leg limb things. Maybe that'll be like a common thing for, I don't know, maybe it'll just be across everyone. See, what other music do I have? I don't want to get muted, so what can I play? Can't really play the stuff I would normally listen to. Oh, that stinks. What is this? I'm sorry if your ears get hurt. I don't know what I just play. Okay. Oh, that's interesting. Here's an album.
Oh, let me blow my nose, man. Sorry.
X-ray specs, the next day insects. X-ray specs, the next day. X-ray specs, the next day insects. X-ray specs, the next day. Blow the speakers, sound the warning. Days of doom, dusty cloud. Through the portal, sound
No, I'm not gonna play any. This is a group called the Custodians from the mid '00s.
X-ray specs, the next day in sex. X-ray specs, the next day. X-ray specs, the next day in sex. X-ray specs, the next day. X-ray specs, the next day in sex. X-ray specs, the next day. X-ray specs, the next day in sex. X-ray specs, the next day.
Call me gloomy, super villain, bearded Casper, rocky scowl. Welcome to the after future. Y'all will pardon blood guilt now. Call me gloomy, super villain, bearded Casper.
Alright, let's. Sorry, I'm just thinking about like.
After future, y'all will pardon.
I'm just gonna draw some shapes. See what comes out.
X-ray specs, the next day. X-ray specs, the next day in sex. X-ray specs, the next day. X-ray specs, the next day in sex. X-ray specs, the next day. X-ray specs, the next day in sex. X-ray specs, the next day.
All right, now I've got my concept. Okay, so
Exposing my fears, pose for the peers, tales for the kids. Those are the years that we fail to relive. Now throw in the towel, scowl on my face, may it melt into tears. Exposing my fears, pose for the peers, tales for the kids. Those are the years that we fail to relive. We've confused things like best men who lose rings or anti-monarchy countries that choose king shoestring. Budget, product, love it, covet, nothing. Underdog, shunning, over dummy. Got enough to buy grain, but still we shine shoes. Our combined aim is to redefine who's really raising the stakes and blazing the trails. Lacing basic bricks with an amazing tale. Inspired raps don't require maps. Carnivores consume entire yaks and I admire that. Yes, I admire that. I admire that. No, throw in the towel. Scowl on my face may have melted to tears. Exposing my fears. Pros for the peers. Tales for the kids. Those are the years that we fail to relive. Oh, throw in the towel. Scowl on my face may have melted to tears. Exposing my fears. Pros for the peers. Tales for the kids. Those are the years that we fail to relive. Oh, throw in the towel. Scowl on my face may have melted to tears. Exposing my fears. Pros for the peers. Tales for the kids. Those are the years that we fail to relive. Oh, throw in the towel. Scowl on my face may have melted to tears. Exposing my fears. Pros for the peers. Tales for the kids. Those are the years that we fail to relive.
all right. So it might be obvious, but this guy is two guys stuck together.
It's strange, but once you begin to confess your weaknesses, one confession leads to another, and the effect is astonishingly liberating.
This might be too pixel art like fancy to be, but I think it's good to like. All right, so
From the organ floor, a dark steady pulse emanates, breaking whispers of warfare. On the organ floor, monastic Gnostics get claustrophobic, they're weeping into the organ floor. Memories are carved, it's alarming how much it endures. Through the organ floor, the roots of a song that will blossom, waking or sleeping.
no, I didn't make any of this music. This is a group called the Custodians from the like the early to late 2000s was when they were making music. Alright, so here we go. Those poor guys are stuck together.
Under the organ floor, the roots of a song that are watered by my little daughter. Into the organ floor, memories are carved. There's an army, hungry and hasty.
Okay, so we've got oval.
Floor, a quake and then through my spine and my neck and my jaw. Guard the organ floor. Babel is crowded. Chopper will take you to safety.
I picked this music because it's the only thing that I think won't be struck down from Twitch. Oh, I found another EP that won't. Okay. My generation.
British, half Babylonian. We will die of decadence just like the Greeks and the Romans before us. And everybody else who ever believed that you can do whatever you want without consequence. We will run naked to the forests from God when he asks us, what have you done? Children were crying, Jesus was dying on a cross while we were all looking out for number one. Following our hearts and being true to ourselves, cause the whole damn
Let's see
world
here.
revolves around the mind of the decadent West.
Thinking a book.
Bloodless, meaningless culture. Loveless, selfish vulture. Lustful for the flesh of the living.
Or some other object.
Comes in packages and you never have to stare her in the face. Sacrifice the girls to your semen. Sacrifice your children to your independence and freedom. Woe to you, Babylon, because you have no minds of your own anymore. You think you're doing what you want to, but you're not. You're doing what they told you to do. Drinking what they told you to drink and screwing who they told you to screw. You and me have been pacified by liars and cheats who are getting rich quick on our blood and the blood of our children. Whilst we choke on the ashes of our stupid mistakes. Perverted zombies are good for the economy, and if we all live righteously, the economy will collapse. So wake up, zombies, because God will surely judge Babylon and Britain for all of this crap.
What, a giraffe type thing I think is a good idea. Let's draw a face. A good face is where it should start. Like maybe a too realistic face for this one. I like that.
We divorced ourselves
Something like
from God and became gods ourselves. Picked up his crown and put it down.
Maybe
on our
another
heads,
serious
looking
one.
serious, as though it were we who were betrayed. Filled up our bellies on whatever he had made. We are the illegitimate pretenders to the throne of blood. Give any man more power, see the more damage he does. But if you can't trust yourself, then tell me who can you trust? We took deity on credit from the people who knew us.
Okay, I
They
like
said
that
that we had
this
ruin,
giraffe
we had
is just
you
like
without.
really,
They said that he was
really
holding us
serious.
full of the action. They said that we could have whatever we wanted or imagined. We're gods with a lowercase g on plastic. But ugly divorce is like a thorn in your pancreas. You don't want to talk about it for a long time afterwards. You just want to drink and smoke and get on with your life. Chase your new horizons and sleep around.
No, you don't need giraffe features. It's just this head here.
We don't talk about the past or the future wherever possible. To use God's last name as a cuss word is fine. As natural as breathing to us most of the time. We unchain ourselves from the sun and floated off into space. Turns out Galileo was wrong.
Just a human head.
We're gods with a lowercase g. The universe revolves around me, the consumer, the kings and queens of Babylonia. We unhinged ourselves from every context and grew imaginary wings and crowned ourselves the center of all things. We divorced ourselves from God and became gods ourselves. We stopped giving a damn about anybody else. Naturally, my dear, it follows that you don't care for me and I don't care for you very much either. We are the illegitimate children.
Now it looks like the Incredible Screw-On Head or something.
Prove that we mean something. It's survival of the fittest. It's every man for himself.
Okay, this won't be a giraffe anymore. Maybe. We'll see.
Because now we are only worth as much as we are rich or beautiful or useful or some such thing else. We have no innate value in and of ourselves, hence the identity crisis and the beauty complex. We used to be equals from the same intelligence, happy families, squabbling brothers and sisters. Then we divorced and disconnected from each other, and there is no basis for equality here. We divorced ourselves from all absolute ethics. It's no basis for human rights because morality is relative. It's survival of the fittest. It's every man for himself. Let the weak fall by the wayside. Let the dying go to hell. We made ourselves gods with a lowercase g. Became kinda worthless eventually. We divorced ourselves from God and became gods ourselves. Drunken sack of bones at the bottom of the stairs. Bitter and disowned, singing damn it all to hell. All of my dreams have turned into night.
I don't know if I'm gonna like animating this. It's gonna be too complicated.
Suckers lined up on a Babylon chain gang. Suckers lined up on lovers, oh lovers. Is anyone for real? Sisters and brothers.
Maybe no mouth.
I'm tired of the spinning. So we put on our berets and became revolutionaries, incensed by the enslavement of the masses by a few mercenaries. But the truth is harder than our fears. We're enslaving each other. There is no us and them here. Show me one good woman. Show me one good man. I'll show you a trapdoor full of secrets and corpses. We became gods, every man for himself. We're not givers, we're takers. We're not lovers, we're consumers. Sex is like food to us, pure sensory pleasure.
This seems like it should be in a different, an entirely different. This. Maybe I'll make like a just a two-tone one, but this doesn't belong here. He needs to be more cartoon. Okay, so let's just do a giraffe. Okay.
Give me expensive spray on love potions. Give me an R&B song to focus on. Give me a fantasy. Give me divorce. Is this it? Do we have a good thing going on?
Maybe it's kind of dinosaur-esque.
A desirable product and a handsome consumer. We're all washed up and we divorced ourselves from God, and we got no worth in particular. Swallowed you down for plain and simple pleasure, since you don't have any innate value either. Love is consumerism and you're a commodity for social, emotional and physical satisfaction. Sometimes I'm a product, sometimes a consumer, sometimes a slave and sometimes a master. Mostly we're both at once, which is why all the love songs of my generation mean nothing. Lovers, oh lovers, is anyone for real? Sisters and brothers.
Alright, now we gotta put a really good face on this one. I don't like that shape still.
We say we're free, we define our own relational moralities, but then we all end up doing the same thing. Wake up, zombies. Our sexual roles have been defined by the media in the interest of the economy and power and the selfish desires of people. Love of the self isn't love, actually. All the love songs of my generation mean nothing. Hollow gods, Halloween pumpkins.
Oh, you know what? You know what we could do? We could do like a. I don't like this. It looks like it's like a sex toy or something. Okay, so do a.
Oh Lord, look after our lungs stars into the sky.
Okay, so
Poured contempt into the sea. Oh Lord,
and you know what? Let's give this
sucked each
4
other's
legs.
bones dry. Broke apart like dead leaves. Oh Lord, I'm bleeding real good. No
Maybe we can put like the mouth.
reason you should give it them in heaven above. Oh, when I look down, I see I'm bleeding your blood. Jesus turned your name into a curse.
Something like that, you know.
In every corner of the earth, Jesus is the great unspeakable offense. Never to be spoken
I don't like
of.
him. This guy bugs me. He needs something.
Oh Lord, I'm bleeding real good. No reason you should give it them in heaven above. But oh, when I look down, I see I'm bleeding your blood. Oh Lord, we wouldn't die for a good man.
That's
We wouldn't suffer
one.
for anyone. Oh Lord, we wouldn't give up anything. For anything less than ourselves. Oh Lord, I'm bleeding real good. No reason you should give it them in heaven above. But oh, when I look down, I see I'm bleeding
something like that.
your blood.
I have no idea what attack this creature could do, but I'll figure it out when... Okay. Wait a minute.
Jesus, we left behind what you said. Loved ourselves more than anyone else. Till the last of the living were dead. And the dead ruled the face of the earth. Oh Lord, I'm bleeding real good. No reason you should give a damn in heaven above.
Some kind of fireball thing.
But oh, when I look down, I see I'm bleeding your blood. You know I wouldn't have given up nothing for you or anyone else. Jesus.
Jesus, I wonder, why would she be your blood thrice?
Nah, it doesn't need it. Just that. That'll be like, okay. Zang Productions. Yeah, Zang Productions also released this album. This is called Babylon is Dead, or an EP. And they, I used to listen to them in the late 2000s. They were like one of the few like Christian groups at the time I could find. There's like a handful of them who were kind of not conservative, you know, politically. So.
A dark steady pulse emanates, breaking whispers of warfare on the organ floor.
Thank you.
Gnostics get claustrophobic, they're
All right, so
into the organ floor.
do one more sort of arch. Any, and then I want to redo this guy. This is something I don't like.
Of a song that will blossom, waking or sleeping.
I gotta not be so detailed. I'm so used to making my pixel art detailed. I gotta like let it be sloppy. Deltarune puzzle guy, huh? Oh, okay. Not enough to where I'm worried though. Okay.
Under the organ floor, the roots of a song that are watered by my little daughter. Into the organ floor, memories are carved. There's an army, hungry and hasty. Through the organ floor, a quake and then through my spine and my neck and my jaw. Guard the organ floor. Babel is crowded. Chopper will take you to safety.
Alright, so sorry I had to do some posting. Okay, so I got one more. Maybe something with a robe.
I'm surrounded by a rabble of faces, all fearful, intimidated like the corner catch an earful, avoiding beggars, bulldogs, and
Maybe an
street
old
preachers.
one.
This paranoid plague sure makes for weak creatures. Easy targets for belligerent insurance plans. Can you cover this? I'm sure we can. And your average chap isn't a small print reader, so he overlooks the hair numberer, the bullet eater. Modern miracles, that's a fraud. But you sign papers detailing the acts of God. The facts are odd. You listen to Messiah by old Axelrod. You sing along, you relax and nod. There's a voice in the cave, and it's solid and it's certain. While your super ego's aching and it's hollow and it's hurting. You're burdened end, but if the end
Nah, it
is
doesn't
the
look old.
beginning, a lot of people really shouldn't be singing. His roar, his poor spirits with blitz force, the puddle on the floor.
It's yours.
Sandbox, sand can't match the
I remember this song.
Sandbox, sand can't match the seashore. His roar, his poor spirits with blitz force, the puddle on the floor. It's yours. Sandbox, sand can't match the seashore. No sandbox, sand can match the seashore. Remember when kings looked magnificent, evoking unsolicited salutes, battle scar, not just visiting the troops. All we got now is Mr. Shiny suits and ties who mute the wise, intertwining truth and lies. Pushy peddlers protecting us from big bad bombs. Sane red alert electing us will keep things calm. But fear not these big mouth bullies who breed cadavers. Fear the soft, subtle voice that speaks of ever after. There's a word, and he started it all. Infinitely energetic, like a toddler starting to crawl. There's a clue to the galaxy, rules of reality, gravity. Whatever happens, apples topple happily. The bullet eater counts the many hairs on your head, like a tender-hearted father putting children to bed. Listen to the jet black words long written down. It will protect you once you're in the ground. His roar, his poor spirits with blitz force, the puddle on the floor. It's yours. Sandbox, sand can't match the seashore. No sandbox, sand can't match the seashore. His roar, his poor spirits with blitz force, the puddle on the floor. It's yours. Sandbox, sand can't match the seashore. No sandbox, sand can match the seashore.
Alright. I want to put this face on something that's just totally doesn't match it. Like this is just gonna be a human-ish guy over here.
I know it's magnificent, the sheer scale of it all. Millions of great phrases forming these many walls. Been suffering from panic attacks, was planning to pack my bags and head to Malika fast. Many hours have passed. To be honest, I signed up just to meet women. My hairline isn't modest, I need to start living. My reflection agreed. We headed off to class with the same steady stride that a veteran doctor has. Lily Spector, charismatic, overly academic. Our class tutor made me feel totally adolescent. Her series of lectures on dying religions was a hybrid of paganism and science fiction. Me and a librarian in the perfect setting for converting quiet flirting to a certain white wedding. Oh, you've read Possession. Or that's Rushdie's best. But you see, I'm taken for granted like an old trusty desk. So Spectre reads a scroll, or rather numerous passages about a dragon king, the cold killer of Lazarus. I glanced at the lectern. The ancient text was half censored like a beautiful mouth with bad dentures. I asked Spectre, can I dissect this in the reference section?
I'm sorry, sir. It's under strict protection. I don't have access to the original. The one here's a photographic reprint. Digital.
A scroll dotted with black blots and a story of frozen souls, all controlled like track stocks. I forgot to flirt from the sheer impact of the plot. Lots of talks and cocktails, it's time to crack locks. I crept through the building in the dead of the night, feeling that what I would find might threaten my life. The adrenaline hyperextended the nerd in me. To my surprise, I easily circumvented security. Only later I found out the guards had been drugged. Around the same time I figured all my phones were bugged. I climbed the rolling ladder, and just as I feared, shelf 47 had been recently cleared. Then I spied a piece of plastic on shelf 48. Wedged between our backs was an audio tape. It must have sat there collecting dust over the years. Typed on the tape was my name, sober and clear. I rushed home, found an old Wolfman in the attic, pressed play, and waited for the sound to break the static. As I listened, this incredible piece stilled my spirit. The recording, I gotta hear, I guess you wanna hear it.
Yo, within my metaphysical stasis, I come around, knees lacerated and gracious. My placement before the king, the savior, the greatest, the sacred, fed up, a counter, faking an alias. The word of God, the sword, the tongue, my eyes glazing, flicking through the scrolling pages, pace, exhilarate the space travel between realms and twist word panels. Reveal the battle, saddle on the chloral horse. That's Greek for green, forge an image in foundries. It could be Middle Earth or where kids burn trees in degree zero with no heat from a hero. I push past the page count, reveal the sage found Clero or Clara. After the dust of the four horses, the Lord swung his sword, haunched on an ornate form. The copier cut with precision, lasers perform. Winning universes overstand the placement of pawns within the microcosm. We see the macro, I glimpse the book, bound and placed upon the altar of the good. God's forensics are phosphorescent, clear as revealed text on lectern tables of steel spinning prophetic.
The anonymous voice brought light to the text. A king and a counterfeit king fight to the death. This king of fallacies on a snow white horse freezes when it sees the Lord of the Lords. The anonymous voice brought light to the text. A king and a counterfeit king fight to the death. This king of fallacies on a snow white horse freezes when it sees the Lord of the Lords.
Spectre, spectre.
I'm laughing at this character. He's so pitiful.
Spitting letters, a kiss, put the scroll to your lips. It's irresistible, potently implausible, caustically inaudible, but like laudanum takes you to a new illusion. We waltzing off without our shoes on. 3 times slows, groans and grinds against lifetimes. Life's accumulative weight for a minute, deliciously squeeze into infinite speed and freeze. The magic of extremities, got my knees knocking, roll around the cosmos like I'm bebopping. See me on another plane, man. Seats taking it, Saturn sat on a white steed, acting out the night breeze, trying to be the moon mark too. Ooh, you gotta do what you gotta do. Ooh, you gotta do what you gotta do. Yeah. The beast won't sleep in the darkness, it glowers. Don't ever believe that you can harness its powers. In opposite, the beast opposed the force of the Lord. The cataclysm gobbles all the dark sources and scorn. The beast won't sleep in the darkness, it glowers. Don't ever believe that you could harness its powers. In opposite, the beast opposed the force of the Lord. The cataclysm gobbles all the dark sources and scorn. The beast won't sleep in the darkness, it glowers. Don't ever believe that you could harness its powers.
This king of fallacies on a snow white horse freezes when it sees the Lord of the Lords.
The beast won't sleep in the darkness, it glowers. Don't ever believe that you could harness his powers.
This king of fallacies on a snow white horse freezes when it sees the Lord of the Lords.
What do we got here? That looks like the right pant color that this guy would wear. I remember this song. Okay, that looks a lot. Oh. This doesn't look good. Alright, let me fix this. Looks a little... Yeah. Yeah, oh, weird guy. Sometimes you just don't see it. Sometimes you just don't see it, you know?
In the funnel to the vial of the love of my life. I've been subject to the lady, the duchess, the king, the prince, the pop pimps, the hot limps, and Anthony Hopkins. Thank you for sticking with me. I feel worn down, tired out by my indifference and greed. Your little smiles give my cave eyes proper exercise. Leather lies upholster my soul sofa, cold cobra. It holds sober control. It won't fold. I'm bowled over. Daughters of Eve, tag team, pile drive. Diamonds on both sides. You can have my life. Diamonds on both sides. You can have my life.
I'm blessed by what's given or what's taken. I'm blessed. What needs forgiving or remaking. I'm blessed. The source of the smiles, the source of tears. Through all of the trials, yes, I'm still here.
That looks a little less bad.
The blue skies above me, I feel blessed. It's not some life of luxury, but I got the sun and wife who are loving me, and it's not like I'm going hungry. Got this roof over my head. This life is unbelievably.
Oh, dude, a thumbs up. Excellent idea.
Whatever I go through won't change my tune right now. I'm feeling privileged, like a kid sitting uninhibited in the midst of a million
Christmas gifts.
ripping off the wrappers, setting up the cracks and grinning from ear to ear. From year to year, I'm feeling freer and freer, and for that I'm thankful. But when life grabs my ankles and shakes me up and down, I'm still thankful, because I can complain and moan with the best of them. Just stay at home and start festering. When the days are cold and I'm stressed again, trying to break the mold, they press me in. Yeah, it takes a toll, but check the measurement.
I gotta make that read as a thumbs up more, so let me.
I won't make you wrong because I'm blessed, my friend. By what's given or what's taken.
No, that doesn't look like a thumbs up. What am I doing wrong? It looked like it more earlier. Yeah.
It's not about whether you think that the glass is half empty or half full. It's about whether you know who filled your cup and whether you think the content's harmful. I trust the one who poured my portion, whether I'm brought in water in the morning or he's uncorking a bottle of port from 1940. There's no
Yeah, that's better.
poison, leave me contorted, aborted,
Sometimes you just forget how to do basic things.
in some way it'll be rewarding, whether a
Gift or warning.
a test or important. In some way I'll never understand, but I'm blessed, that's a sure thing. All things work together for good. He won't leave us as orphans. If he wouldn't spare his own son, why would he not give us all?
Mercy and love snapped at my heels, sunk the teeth into my feet. Blood and tears can't keep my thank yous concealed. Thank you for hunting me down. Thank you for cutting my sound. I'll sit in silence, humbly now.
I'm liking this guy. I like how he just kind of doesn't fit. He just doesn't fit. I love it though.
Dreams will be like William Blake paintings. The word has got ever so tainted. A rhythmic lump on the chest banging. Watch out for angels crash landing. Horse-drawn chariots, four-wheel carriers. Pestilence, death, famine, war, they're married. Jake and Dino Chapman, figurines cradle. Confidence and hurts as a tower of Babel. 24 hours without washing in your flesh reeks a stench.
You're proud?
Hit with the heat like a consummating fireball. Loud going on the street, Lord, it's a diable. Hereafter, ether at the weight.
It's inevitable, your body expiry date.
Instant sing, sling, unseen stings. A scatter, eulogies, wingdings.
Alright, I'm happy with that guy. Maybe he should be the most powerful unit.
Until there's nothing left. I've got the fashion, worms intertwined with a flash. Faction, 5 days after you now.
So here we go.
Something more or less. This is where I get off my stop, my rest.
Wake up the rigors of mortis, or wake up to spring, just the orchid's tourist. Your timing is flawless.
As much as I like his hand, that's not how it would happen.
Wake up to spring, just the orchid's tourist. Your timing is flawless. No good uppercut, Micah 3-6. No rematch, no remix, no home for the beatniks.
This is more like an attack frame than a resting frame, which is why it looks weird. Alright. Oh, I made music that sounds like this. It's pretty bad though. Or at least I don't like it anymore.
And you having a hope. The fountain can dock your rage, and the mountain of knots can carry a box with your shame. And I won't speak praise or blame till the end of the page, until the last days are.
So wake up the rigors of mortis, or wake up to spring, just the orchid's tourist. Your timing is flawless. So wake up the rigors.
Yeah, I haven't paid enough attention to like the music scene lately to like know. Let me find my old terrible album that sounds like this. It's because I like these guys a lot. Alright, so I made this 15 years ago, okay? Don't hold it against me, okay? I'm posting in the chat. Anyway. Alright, so we've got these guys. I am so happy with these guys. Maybe I'll make his just back into a bow. I don't like making his hand a... Alright. Yeah, I don't remember even what that sounds like, so have fun. It's very Christian. I was just beginning to not be conservative when that album came out. Mostly because of these groups I'm listening to now, they were all very somewhere around communists or something. So I was like, at least as far as I understood. But they were also extremely theologically like orthodox. So I wasn't used to Christians who weren't conservative, and it kind of puzzled me. So I was like, huh, it's interesting.
Raising the stakes and blazing the trails. Lazy basic breaks with an amazing tale. Inspired raps don't require maps. Carnivores consume entire yaks, and I admire.
System of a Down had some theological stuff too, like some quasi-Christian. I think it's because one of their members or two of their members were Christian.
I admire that. Throw in the towel, scowl on my face, may it melt into tears. Exposing my fears, pros for the peers, tales for the kids.
I used to like System of a Down. I mean, I think they're a good band. A little proggy.
Exposing my fears, pros for the peers, tales for the kids. Those are the years that we fail to relive. I'll throw in the towel, scowl on my face, may it melt into tears.
Their backup singer used to say he was a Christian, though I haven't seen him talk about it in a long time. Not that I follow them a lot, but alright, so here's our grimy guys. How many do we got total now? Let's see. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There's 12. 13, 14, 15, 16. And then there's these guys. I was thinking of making some kind of like weird just shadow. Like these look like things that you would put on a skateboard or something. This looks like something from David Lynch.
Whatever you do, stay on the
Hey, what's up?
path of old rubble, grasping the neck of the battered cold shovel. The spines of November's leaves in the snow. Dead unicorn trees have no reason.
Yeah, I'll come back to that when I feel like. I think that has potential. But, so we finished these guys. So earlier I made these animations for all of you that are just joining us. This will be kind of the resolution of the animation, you know, it'll be sort of this sort of You know, a little bit the Catamites maybe, because I think I've always wanted to do that sort of this is a hiccup. And then this is him chilling, being cool. Cool is like an affliction. You Oh yeah, this is a new album. I was listening to this. Okay, so let me find what. Oh, the cool one. Yeah. So on the stream, we drew these 4 down here. Guy with a fork and a knife. The 2 guys stuck together. This blob who summons flame, and this old fella. This is my favorite guy because I love the idea that his attack is simply going to be him doing this and tipping his drink onto someone. It's just really, he's just too. This battle stuff is beneath him, and even when he does battle, he just does it a little bit. You know what? That is very nice to hear. In our stream chat on Discord. Well, I only see the letter B, but what's your name? Oh, your name is B. ... So, like, they said these are the type you make into stickers and stick them on the high school lockers. I think that might be what I wanted to go for. I think my least favorite one is this guy. I don't know why. He's just not a solid design, I don't think. That might have improved it. The stripes are good conceptually, but I just don't think they were great looking. Oh, I could certainly. Chat. Toozy said, "What if I fill up the empty space and make them chunky?" Could do that. Maybe not all of it. Maybe just. And his like butt sticks out a little bit. Just like this. Belly button. Six pack. This guy is so weird. You know what? I like him though. I think I like him now. I think that he just wasn't weird enough or something. Should these be huge? Nah. That looks not good to me. Okay, so. Okay. Maybe I'll get rid of the nipples. Yeah, that's alright. Okay. Oh yeah, that's right. His arm's too high because of the way he was before. Yeah, I had to redo that. Alright, that's something. Okay. I'm trying to find some music that that's actually my ukulele playing in the background. Alright, so let's see here. What else do we got here? Oh, this is a good album that I don't think is on streaming. I'm gonna get rid of that detail because it's just like too much detail. Okay. So.
Somebody told me that in 100 years, this place, the darkest of the northern cities, will have fallen into the sea. Needless to say, no one's at least bit sorry. But one day I saw something.
Okay, he's right to me now. Oh yeah. Are you in Discord? Because I can just put it there. Alright. I think we'll call it. But I'm happy with our progress. And I like that this is brewing over here. This sort of two-tone weirdness over here.
Getting naked for money, screaming, every kid in the West needs to look just was a weird idea which began way back in time with the glorious visions from the minds of our forefathers. The children of Nimrod spoke to glass manufacturers, laid down the foundations of Megapolis, and here it is, the city made completely out of glass, like gigantic icicles drawn towards the gravity of the stars. What a sight this is, breathtaking I guess. Some would say more beautiful than nature itself. Light cuts through the city and then splits into colors. The skyscraping prisms above us. This place is a circus of reflections and ghosts. You see your own face every corner that you turn. Hippies journey here to find themselves and learn what life is, along with young whippets who are here to make their millions and millions of tourists from all around. The nighttime skies, arrows of liquid, the reflections of my eyes staring back at me explode like kamikazes into the glass of my windscreen and slide down in silver streams on the inside of my sleeping.
These guys are going to be fun to animate because they're just two colors. Oh my gosh. Incredible.
The infinite gentle hum of the orange streetlights falling out onto the roadsides under it. Raindrops twinkle like stars on my bonnet. Orange is the color that we chose to paint every midnight sonnet of our towns and our roads. And the rain fell in beautiful tones of sound, massaging every stone in the tired-out ground. 3 dimensions of liquid right up to the rooftops, vividly clouded in the orange facade. The rain was hard, and I began to foster it into our urban vertical. 6 yards after a while, maybe 20 minutes, I began to wind down and then left me in silence. I opened my sunroof and gazed at the sky, but the sky was obscured by the pious orange light. And for once I was inspired to find my way through the shadow that holds us on the inside. I renounced enslavement, stepped out of my car into the pavement, walked in slow motion through miniature oceans.
I guess he looks a little like Cheshire Cat-esque or something.
Freezing spirits were possessing my toes. I felt like a hippie, making a statement, alone and excited, ending the pretending. Walk out of the prison and look for real friendship. I approached the lamppost and embraced it. Farewell, friend, we've had some years together, but I still don't know you and you don't know me either, so it's over. I'm leaving to the heavens above your gentle aura, to the light and the glory in the yonder. We struggled asunder like an obese monkey. For a while I was slipping and sliding up the freezing pole under the beacon. The closer I was reaching, the orange light was dazzling and it hummed like thunder. Clumsily I swung myself above his head. With fear and dread I mounted the summit. From there I gazed over all that we created, from outside of the beacons and meanings that we made it. But first I breathed in the universe with new thirst, like the world had just given birth to me. The glory of the heavens was all around me. The beauty went right through me like sweet music.
Yeah, we'll see. Oh no, he can't. I told him not to share the Chowderman music. We'll see. You guys will see it soon enough.
I am the world's first fully functioning homicide artist. What do you want? You see, Felicia's been made over with my new philosophy, so now, like me, she's a living work of art.
Why is she wearing a mask?
Well, she's just a sketch, really. Felicia, sit down. Show the lady why you wear the mask.
Okay, so these guys will just be this nice two-tone thing. These guys are grody. All right, cool. Wow. All right, you guys. Thank you, thank you. So, I think that's it. That was pretty fun. Alright. Alright, well, it was nice hanging out a little bit. I'm gonna get out of here. See you guys soon. I might stream again tomorrow, some Dream Settler page building. But that's not a scheduled stream. That would just be for fun. But what I want to do is just start with a blank slate and like teach people how to use it like from scratch, so that you can just work with these blocks and kind of know how to use it. It's kind of confusing if you at first. So all right then. Yeah, it's 11 here too. I'm going to bed. Good night. Bye.